All right, finally, President Obama is punching back after Donald Trump has spent the past week using his name to distract the American people from the real topic at hand, which is the Epstein client list that is being intentionally and brazenly covered up by this administration. Just to recap the timeline so nobody forgets, Pam Bondi says, I have the list on my desk. They send out MAGA influencers with the binders. Then Elon Musk says Trump is in the Epstein files, and the list is gone. Since then, Donald Trump has not only been acting weird, that's an understatement. He's been acting uniquely unhinged. His authoritarianism has actually accelerated because he's now posting AI videos of Obama being arrested, Obama being carried away. They're so disgusting, I don't even want to show them on screen. But over the past week, we have seen AI memes being posted by Donald Trump of President Barack Obama being pulled away. Now, Donald Trump's core claim here, I just want to debunk off the bat before we really jump into what he said today and Obama's response. Trump and Tulsi Gabbard's core claim is that President Obama used the executive branch in 2016 to fabricate evidence of Russian interference to weaken Trump's chances of winning. This is all absolute BS, and it's proven to be BS through reports written by some of Trump's close allies. For example, Marco Rubio, who is currently in the Trump administration, was a part of the committee that investigated Russian interference in the 2016 election, and it was real. Here's how it happened. Russia interfered in the 2016 election using bots, using social media, using all of these different means, but they weren't technologically advanced enough to actually hack our voting machines. So after the election, there was a report that said, listen, Russia was trying to sway the minds of American people. Russia was trying to divide the American people, but Russia just didn't have the technology in order to actually hack the machines. Senator Mark Warner said, it seems DNI Gabbard is unaware that the years-long Russian investigation carried out by the Senate Intelligence Committee reaffirmed that, quote, Russian government directed extensive activity against U.S. election infrastructure ahead of the 2016 election, and that, quote, used social media to conduct an information warfare campaign in order to benefit Donald Trump. We still see this happening to this day. This conclusion was supported on a unanimous basis by every single Democrat and every single Republican on the committee. It is sadly not surprising that DNI Gabbard, who promised to depoliticize the intelligence community, is once again weaponizing her position to amplify the president's election conspiracies. They are saying that this is a treasonous conspiracy from Obama, but it is all made up. Let's watch this clip of Donald Trump talking about Obama and trying to distract from the Epstein client list. It's insane. How dumb does he think his base is? You have to be in the bottom 1% of IQ in this society if you immediately latch on to an Obama conspiracy theory when the Epstein truth is like right in front of your eyes. Let's play this clip, and really quickly, make sure you're subscribed to the Adam Mockler feed. I am eternally grateful for all of you. It means a lot. Thank you. Let's check this.
No, I have no concern. He's a very talented person. He's very smart. I didn't know that they were going to do it. I don't really follow that too much. It's sort of a witch hunt, just a continuation of the witch hunt. The witch hunt that you should be talking about is they caught President Obama absolutely cold, Tulsi Gabbard. What they did to this country in 2016, starting in 2016.
This is something that I would like to debate about. I hope CNN invites me back soon because this is a topic that I would like to really come in with some clarity on. President Obama had nothing to do with this. This was a time when our institutions were actually still separate, surprisingly. This was a time when the president wasn't openly directing the intelligence communities to do things, but the intelligence community, separate from the president, did a report that Russia used social media to influence the election. Now, the Trump administration is trying to gaslight the American people, like I said, and say, see, there was no hacking in our machines. We told you. But nobody claimed there was hacking in our machines in the first place. Here's Trump saying, essentially, we should be focusing more on Obama rather than Epstein.
About it, but that was a big thing. No, we caught Hillary Clinton. We caught Barack Hussein Obama. They're the ones, and then you have many, many people under them. Susan Rice. They're all there. The names are all there. And I guess they figured they're going to put this in classified information and nobody will ever see it again, but it doesn't work that way.
This guy is literally just talking about the Epstein files. Oh, they're going to make it classified and hope that nobody's ever able to see it. Dude, You are making up conspiracies and weaponizing the executive branch to target a former president. Let's check out what Obama said in particular, because there are a few really clever jabs that I want to break down. He starts it off by saying, out of respect for the office of the presidency, our office does not normally dignify the constant nonsense and misinformation flowing out of this White House with a response. But these claims are outrageous enough to merit one. These bizarre allegations are ridiculous and a weak attempt at distraction. I would argue that President Obama is very slyly saying, don't fall for the distraction regarding Epstein, without actually saying Epstein. But then he says, nothing in the document issued last week undercuts the widely accepted conclusion that Russia worked to influence the presidential election, but did not successfully manipulate any votes. Remember, I keep drawing that distinction, as does Obama, because it's really important. It's really nuanced. Russia tried in every different way to hack into our election, but they only got so far. They were only able to be successful on social media, not actually attacking our infrastructure. These findings were affirmed in a 2020 report by the bipartisan Senate Intelligence Committee led by then-Chairman Marco Rubio. That is Obama directly punching back at the Trump admin and the members of the administration. Here's a clip from not long ago of President Obama at the Connecticut Forum.
Democracy is not self-executing. It requires people, judges, and people in the Justice Department and people throughout the government who take an oath to uphold the Constitution. It requires them to take that oath seriously. And when that isn't happening, we start drifting into something that is not consistent with American democracy. It is consistent with autocracies. It's consistent with Hungary under Orban. It's consistent with places that hold elections but do not otherwise observe what we think of as a fair system in which everybody's voice matters and people have a seat at the table and there are checks and balances and nobody's above the law.
And to build on what Obama's saying there, these are all countries that Donald Trump praises. When it comes to Viktor Orban's Hungary, he praises Hungary. He praises Vladimir Putin oftentimes. He praises these countries. So President Obama is making a very prescient point about the erosion of rights over a long period of time, and he was saying this about a month or two ago. So think about this. President Obama was saying this roughly 30, 40 days ago, and after saying this, Donald Trump decides to launch into a tirade about how Obama is treasonous. Obama needs to be arrested. This only proves the former president's point, that this president is acting that's consistent in a way with somebody who doesn't care about future elections or democracy. Now, that being said, everybody make sure you turn out in the midterms. I sometimes see comments like, Adam, all hope is lost, I'm done voting. That really misses the point and is short-sighted. You have to come out and vote. When we come out in numbers, amazing things happen. I can cite the Wisconsin Supreme Court race where we won by 9 points and crushed Elon. I can cite the No Kings protest. You can't deny you felt energized when you saw the turnout at the No Kings protest. There is still a resistance, so don't give up. But President Obama is making a good point at a time when Donald Trump is accelerating into authoritarianism to cover up his own alleged pedophilia. It's insane. It's absolutely wild, and I'm going to leave it there. Make sure you drop a like below. Make sure you subscribe to the Mockler channel. I love all of you. Let's keep killing it, and peace out.